first semi-final time in the Ballarat Football League, and Andrew, it's no going back now for Redan. Things have started well, and how are things shaping up ahead of the big one against Lakers?
Well, yeah, I guess coming into the final series, we knew we were where we were at, and it was elimination all the way through, so that hasn't changed. Yeah, I think the boys got through Sunday, quite well. A couple of injuries, but that's what happens when you play finals footy. I guess a clean bill of health would be perfect, but it's not with us. Obviously, this week with PC breaking a leg, so yeah, his final series is over. So that's a massive loss. He got a bump on the shin midway through or early in the third quarter and came off with what looked like a bit of a lump on his shin, but yeah, it's turned into a fracture. So yeah, which is very unfortunate. No one likes to lose their on-field coach anyway. So he'll be in the box coaching on Sunday. So yeah, but anyway, we've prepared for this all through the season. We've blooded quite a few of our under-18s, and probably one of those boys is going to get an opportunity now, so it's exciting for them.
For sure. Talking to Brendan straight after the game, he had ice on the shin, and wasn't too much concern at that time. It's a shame because he's done a lot of work to get back this year, and he's had a few setbacks along the way, but it was always about being right at this time of year. Yeah. And his on-field leadership has obviously been pretty important for when he's been out there. Yeah,
that's going to be a massive loss, and obviously, I think Brendan made it known to the playing group that he just started to feel a lot better and felt like he was fitting into the side and starting to run on top of the ground, and for this to happen. But as I said, we've prepared for this, and Brendan hasn't played a lot of footy with us this year, so we know we can still play a good brand of footy without Brendan out there. So
you mentioned a couple of other issues. Anyone else from the game itself?
Only, I guess, Dean Chester with the result from the tribunal last night has copped a week. So obviously his run off half back and on the wing will be missed. And but once again, an opportunity pops up, and one of our young lads will probably get a crack. And the beauty is, I guess, we've blooded boys through the year, and a lot of our under-18s have played 3 to half a dozen games. So. And they've played in big games, so we're confident whoever gets the call up will be able to do the job well and truly. So
just one last thing on the injuries, as far as Dean Matthews, he hasn't played the last couple of weeks. Yep. Calf issues.
Yes.
With now that a couple of vital players out, where does he see that?
Yeah, well, Dean was pretty close to playing last week, and I can't comment on last night. I didn't go to training last night, but I would expect Dean to be right. And be up and firing, so he'll be a great inclusion if that's the case. But obviously needs to get through Thursday night to start with. So
obviously the last 2 times you played the Lakers, it's gone right down to the wire. So take a bit of confidence out of knowing that it just could have a few kicks either way. It could have gone your way.
Yeah, Lakers, as we all know, have probably got one of the best midfields in the business, and that's where games are won or lost. So it's we're going to have to match them in the middle. And we've probably got to put up a way better performance than what we did on Sunday. What I mean by that is there's 4 quarters of football and not play when we want to play, and then have 10 and 15 minute lapses. So if we can put together 4 quarters of good, solid pressure football, we would give ourselves a chance, but it's not going to be easy.
Just moving across to Arthur, just on the injury front. Obviously, you had a little bit of a shoulder injury yourself not that long ago. You've come back and look as strong as ever. You've filled various roles in the ruck and key defensive roles. And obviously, fitness-wise, you're well and truly back to 100%.
Yeah, no, I'm feeling good. Obviously, a bit of shoulder troubles earlier on, but a good sort of confidence-building game on the weekend, and I'm feeling ready to go.
We can always get surprises out of the games, as we found with Brendan Peace, but Gus Kirby looked like he was possibly the only major concern going off early with a bit of soreness in the hamstring. Where's he at?
Yeah, so Gus, a bit of pain in the hamstring, so he's most likely going to miss the game on Saturday. He'll do a fitness test on Friday just to see how he's feeling, but most likely he'll be missing it. But apart from that, we're going into it pretty much full strength, so no injuries apart from that. So good news.
What was the wash up from the game? What's been the talk around among the play group?
I think the main thing was we just didn't play consistent footy throughout the 4 quarters. Third quarter was really, really good. We started to move the ball quite well, but the other 3, it was pretty dismal really from us. Definitely not the footy we wanted to be playing. So last night at training, the intensity was really up, and we were just looking at really trying to focus on getting a bit of continuity and just really working on getting 4 quarters together.
After last week, you played a fair bit of fullback. This week, obviously, Big O's come into quite good form. Do you think you'll get the job on him?
Yeah, I'm not actually sure. I haven't talked to Moth or any of the boys about it yet. Possibly. Huey Herbert's been playing in the ruck as well, and he played really, really well on the weekend. So I think we've got a bit of a depth there. Also, some of the ruckmans from the twos, obviously the twos missing out, could possibly come in as well. So I think we'll just keep it fairly open and see how we go on Thursday night.
Unfortunately, we weren't able to get up here on Saturday and watch the game, but last week Trevor said when Redan beat them that the Cobras dropped about 10% of their intensity. Did they find that 10% on Saturday, or did you guys sort of drop off the intensity a little bit?
I think the Cobras were able to settle a lot quicker than us. They played a really, really good game the whole way through. So I think, look, it was probably a bit of a 50-50 split. We probably weren't there for the whole game, but at the same time, those guys were red hot and really ready for the finals. So, yeah.
Can I throw one at you? On Sunday was the first time that I've seen Redan this year when Steve-O played. He's not a bad sort of inclusion in the side, is he?
Quite handy. I think anyone in the league would love a mid-season inclusion like the Big O. Obviously, he had a few injury issues himself early when he first came back, tweaked his hammy a couple of times, and we've probably just really monitored his game time and where he's played. And obviously, you come into finals, and that's why you recruit guys like that to unleash him. And I think, his game on Saturday was first class, and I think we've all seen what he can do, and hopefully that the expectation and that form now continues for as long as we go. So
one of the few games that I've seen where David Kovacevic hasn't actually walked away. As the best ruckman on the ground.
Yeah, well, I guess they're similar body size, aren't they, and similar strength, and obviously Big O's experience at the top level sort of definitely helps and shows out. So we're hoping, that we see a lot more of that over the coming week.
And the other one from the Chester incident, but my observation on Sunday was that Nathan Albury seems to be enjoying his football. A bit of a hiccup last year. I got the impression that he wasn't enjoying it so much last year, but especially on Sunday, it looked as though he had really discovered the enjoyment of the game again. Yeah,
without a doubt, and Nathan's obviously a quality footballer, and I think he's just enjoying being fit, loving his footy, love playing with his brother. He's in our leadership group, and I think he really has taken that on, and that's really helped mould him into probably an even better footballer. And he's just a classy left footer, isn't he?
Yeah, and I probably disagree with you about playing 4 quarters. I thought you guys probably played 3.5. Well, you played 3.5 quarters, I think.
Yeah.
It was pretty hard to stop him in that second quarter.
Yeah, the wind, it was probably a 4 or 5 goal wind, I think, when you stood out in the middle of the ground. And but it's just our concentration that we've got to work on. And like as we all know, like now, probably the serious side of the finals has commenced, that if you dish that up for 10 minutes, then it's all over. And that's what happened last time we played the Lakers up at the Lakers, and we were with them and probably in front for certain periods of the game, but a 10-minute spell and the game was over.
Just one for Arthur. Obviously, Lucas Anderson's been crucial to the team structure and the way he's come back this year after last year's knee injury. He's been one of the reasons that you finished on top of the ladder. Obviously, things didn't work out with getting the ball to him at the weekend, and the whole structure seemed to fall apart. Do you see from your point of view, you're looking at it from the defensive side of the ground. That's a pretty important thing. You can get that structure back up and running this week.
Yeah, definitely. Chuka's been unreal for us this year. Just his work rate in the forward 50 and also defensive pressure has been second to none. Unfortunately, he didn't probably get the best entry in on the weekend, and the Cobras were able to really pounce on it and work it out of the defensive 50. So I think we'll work really hard on getting back that structure. We did a fair bit of work on it last night, and as well as that, the likes of Pring and those boys, once they get up, then they're pretty hard to stop. So I think we just work on just really making sure that we're sticking to the structures and working on that forward line entry being a lot better. Yeah.
I think both teams, obviously the midfield is just imperative to the game of both teams, and that's where you're probably your best. How important do you see that battle this weekend? It's obviously going to be pivotal. Yeah,
it's going to be massive. Obviously Redan have got a lot of really good players that move through the middle too, so we'll most likely be keeping an eye on them. But I think overall we've just really got to stick to how we play our footy and just try and just be confident with the ball and let the footy do the talking in there. Yeah. Similar question to yourself, Andrew. Obviously, just the importance of being switched on in that midfield right from the get-go.
Yeah, for sure. That's where the game's won or lost. I guess everyone knows that, and we will definitely back ourselves with our mids and our wingers forming part of that. But it's going to be a huge tussle, and obviously on the Eastern Oval, the side of the Eastern Oval, it's the centre clearance is utmost importance, I guess.